time no see as your kids and everything. Oh, there are people here too. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I am kind of used to talking to walls now, and it's amazing how it changes you. I'm not talking about love. I am talking about solitude or being by yourself, an inseparable element of my destiny that has changed and intensified with time. It is ironical that a human being, a social animal, tends to crave for solitude. The ones who are having company go out to seek solitude, and the ones who are blessed with solitude desperately want company. That's right. So it's very confusing, and those who live in solitude their entire lives, like me, find themselves in an endless spiral of confusion. There are 7.7 billion souls on this planet, and yet we want to find solitude. Why? Because it's like a warm embrace to yourself. But I would say that that's not the case every time, especially for people who are lonely. You need it, but then you don't want it. So when it comes to me, I desperately try to escape it, but then it feels so comforting. And I know that most of you all were forced to live a solitary life because of the pandemic. So we are in our own little corners with our own little company, and we have got so used to it that escaping it now almost seems impossible. Let me talk about my relationship with my solitude. It has always been there. I used to, read, write, play, talk to myself, but then my life was mostly imaginations and dreams. So it was easier to bear it, it was easier to understand it. But now, when I have seen reality, I feel that, is this okay? Is this converting into loneliness? It took me days to understand how it has impacted me. Before, I was a thriving extrovert, feeling comfortable in any environment that I go. But now, I just want to go home after 2 hours of social interaction. I express carefully. I connect to only a few people. I have become a realist from an optimist, and I look for joy in simpler things. There is a fine line between solitude and loneliness, and trust me, it is very difficult to understand it. And it's even more difficult to tell others about it. Look, I know I overthink, but this concept has me confused more than anything. Should I enjoy it? Should I leave behind the very thing that made me? Or should I just shut up and live with it? Sometimes I feel that those great, incredible ideas did not come to William Wordsworth or Franz Kafka in a social setup. They occurred to them when they were in solitude, or dare I say, loneliness. At the same time, when I see people my age going out and having the time of their lives, having someone to hang out with, having someone to video call at 3 a.m. in the night, I feel, am I missing out on this? Or am I living a life that is highly non materialistic and real? You must be thinking, oof, Zena, who thinks all of that? I do. Every single night. These thoughts seem to suffocate me. And at the same time, they give me a pat on my back saying, dude, you should be happy about this because you can focus on things that other people often ignore. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense too. So, in a way, it's also good. Here's why. Number one, it helps you understand, analyze, and value people. Number two, it urges you to take a step back from the glittering world and look at reality. Number three, it makes you mentally independent. And number four, it makes you strong so that if social ties break you, you know how to stand on your own. Back in 2017, I remember one of the personality experts that I had a session with told me, you are an eagle. I was like, what? Others are getting peacocks and doves, and I get an eagle. That's not fair. But now, as I look back, I realized that what she meant was that eagles are meant to soar the skies alone. And the eagle has the world's view from the top, and no other bird dares to mess with an eagle, except other eagles, of course. Someone also told me that you have the personality of an alpha wolf. Now that's confusing because alpha wolf is someone who leads the pack, who is the group leader, And I'm like, where's my pack? A lonely alpha? And now I think maybe lonely for now. Who knows? I may have a pack of my own in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's okay to soar the skies alone. We are social beings, I agree, but this world is really very brutal, and we need to depend on ourselves, at least mentally. It's okay if you have a pillow to cry on at night rather than a shoulder. Accept your solitude and learn to live with it. Make social ties though and make them strong. I'm not saying that just shut the door and enjoy your own company. But remember, it is in solitude that you will truly find solace. I would like to end my speech with a wonderful quote by Albert Einstein. I live in a solitude that is very painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Thank you.
Production.